Bam! What is up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building with everybody loves JuJu 1-2 talks hoops. Check ball, we up. Ju, what's happening?
It's cracking lacking.
You've
You've been up all day and all night. You got no sleep.
Not yet.
Mine's has been broken.
Not yet. We got two.
That's your long
this show and one more show. Then we go to sleep.
And then you back up.
For the movie. Yeah, for sure. So for those of y'all just tuning in, of course y'all should have seen Coach Rowe did his picks. Y'all can check them out. Ju had a chance to check them out. She got some questions for Coach Rowe when he showed back up on the live. A lot of stuff happened last night. We was just talking about the Iowa State game. Ju, I've talked about it. Audie Crooks went for like 31-10 or something. Can't waste that. But Iowa State. I don't know. I'm Iowa State. They might not have enough help. There might not be enough help there for Audie. When the going gets tough, their only go-to is Audie. And if Audie gets winded or Audie gets tired or gassed, she's missing free throws. And I can't even say that she's not as effective in the paint because she still kind of scores, but they kind of go to a hacker.
I was thinking of that. I was
Audie
thinking
a little bit. She went 3 for 10. But 9 turnovers, 9 points and 9 turnovers from your point guard is just unacceptable. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on that. Emily had 9 points and 9 turnovers.
Emily, you can't have 9 turnovers. You cannot.
9.
As your point, I entrust in Emily. You
and
cannot
that's
have
it's the entrusting part. It's the entrusting part, Ju. It's the entrusting part. That's the piece. Like the point guard, like we talk all the time about, like I talk all the time about Raven as my point guard, floor general, space, pace, control the game. Even if Raven isn't scoring, the game is never out of Raven's control. And I need for the game to be able to. Emily has to be able to keep the game in her control.
I have to say it. I'd have to say, if I were talking about the Gamecocks, I'd have to say that Maddie and Raven now. Anybody in that point guard position running a defending champion team, I don't care.
Well, my focus isn't about them. I use her as a.
I know, but when I look at point guards, I'm
more talking about Emily.
I regard for them and their standard, and so I got a few more maybe a couple more across the country, but not everybody is taking care of the ball as well. So
yeah,
I don't even care if they don't score.
My thing for Emily is you have to control space and pace, and the game can't get out of your control. And if you have 9 turnovers, then the game has gotten out of control. And then if I have one other player on the floor who doesn't score at all, I don't know if those 9 turnovers was trying to force feed that player. I would have to go back and look. But when that's going on with your starters, the bench never really gets started. Like I said, you just wear Audie down and you waste a great performance. you waste a great performance. So a little disappointed there.
But
I don't know if it's something that they
because
can.
because we don't
I don't
have
even know if it's
a
something they can
horse
grow
in the
from.
race, Cess, on the opposite end, you talk about the resilience and you talk about whatever you saw Iowa do to
Yeah,
to
I didn't see
stay in
resilience.
there and get the win. I mean, I
Yeah, no,
don't.
it wasn't that I saw resilience. Like I saw
What was it?
Lucy
Tenacity.
Olsen went off for 25. Like I
Well,
said,
there you go.
at the end of the day, Audie Crooks could not go. She was gassed.
And there was nobody else
She
to
was
go
3 of
to.
10. There's not a off the bench person that maintains this thing. So when Audie gets to those spots in the game where it's 2 minutes, she's running for 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and now she's gassed.
Yeah.
Addie Brown has to be able to step up there, or Emily has to be able to step up there. Somebody has to be able to step into that spot and score for them. Iowa, Iowa, I think is a more scrappy team than maybe the people.
I
Um,
saw it. I know.
but at the same time, like it wasn't like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, Lucy Olsen went off for 25, and I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if here's the other thing, Emily,
Keep talking. I gotta get into
you
something.
can't
Go
have
ahead.
9 points, you can't have 9 turnovers, and then also let Lucy Olsen go off for 25. So that has to be corrected for them to be able to be successful. Frank Wright, what's good, fam? Lamonte, please make sure y'all get y'all rest. AB, what's good? Emily, what's good? What's good? What's good? Jalita Pearson, who is this team? They gave NC State hell. Oh, we gonna talk about them, Jalita Pearson. We gonna talk about them. Gave them fits. Emily's don't do that, Jill. Look at that, Emily. Hey, Yolanda Hall, what's good? What's good? Miracle Rider for you in the building. What's happening? How y'all doing? It's Thursday. It's movie day, y'all. It's movie day. It's a movie. Everybody got their popcorn and everything ready. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. It's a movie. Iowa showed up, but Iowa State choked in tight fourth quarter. I don't even think that they choked. That girl was out of gas by the time go time came in the fourth quarter. By the time go time came in the fourth quarter, they had rolled Audie to death. Ready for this big game tonight. Give my girl a shout out. Bree Wayne, what up? What movie? UConn. The UConn Notre Dame movie, Bree Wayne. Why you acting like that? You know that's gonna be a movie. Why you acting like that? Why you acting like that? Good morning, hello. Potential Sports TV. If y'all not following Potential Sports TV, I don't know what y'all waiting on. Get over there and get the potential in sports. Wody got it for you. UConn undefeated season ends tonight. Oh, come on, Bree Wayne. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I got Notre Dame too. No, AZ Foot is really concerning. Really concerning. I'm at work on this live, and my supervisor said, "Don't mess with Yo-Yo. She's busy." That's what I'm talking about. Tell your supervisor we appreciate you. Well, I got Hannah Doggo. I done told y'all how I am about Hannah. If she ain't going versus South Carolina, I got Hannah. Hannah.
Wait, I'm
And I
hearing
got something
Hannah.
else I
I'm
gotta say.
hearing Hannah.
I got something else I gotta say
What?
about Hannah. And
What?
something I realized.
What?
Everybody keep talking about Hannah too small, right? So I'm watching the video today on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and Hannah's talking about Notre Dame, and I think she
Mm-hmm.
must be just getting signed.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
she's talking, and who walks in?
Right.
Enrique walks in, and she's talking about what she knew about Notre Dame, and Hannah's like, "Yo, I was rooting against Notre Dame. I wanted them to lose." And then Enrique hits this shot, and Enrique walks in, and she's like, "I did what?" They had a little whatever. What I noticed in the video, and what Hannah noticed in the video, was that when she
I
stood up
noticed.
next to Enrique, she was damn near big as Enrique. She said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you shorter than I thought." And
Yeah.
Enrique said, "Yeah, I ain't big. I'm 5'8". So everybody keep telling me about Lay too little and Raymond too little, but be hollering at me about Enrique. Y'all keep that. Y'all can keep that. Hannah too little. Stop playing with me. Now I ain't been to sleep yet, Adrian. I go to sleep after the afternoon show. After the afternoon show, then I go to sleep. But Enrique, Hannah ain't too much. Hannah ain't too much smaller than Enrique.
Okay,
Enrique,
height wise,
Enrique,
Rick is 5'8". She's
no, that ain't
5'8".
what Enrique said. Hannah
She's
said they
5'8".
must have lied then because they said you was 5'10". Enrique said, no, I ain't never said I was 5'10". I'm 5'8".
Yeah.
That was what came out of Enrique's mouth in the video. So I don't want to hear nothing
She,
else.
she.
I
We're
don't want to
not
hear nothing
talking
else about
about.
5'8",
We're
none of
not
that.
talking about height. We're not talking about height because I think
And
Hannah.
Enrique got Tim's on.
But look.
Ain't
I'm
nobody
not.
saying to Hannah
We're
like
not.
that, but they say Georgia too little. Matter of fact, too little. Yeah, Enrique 5'8", y'all, and having her weight in the dub.
Okay, but that's height. Enrique's bigger than her, wider than her. So when we're talking about slender, we're talking about slender. We're talking about slight of build. We're talking about muscle and things like that. That's when I
Not if
say
muscle
that.
ain't
If you're too
not if
small, if I
muscle ain't
say
her
you're
game.
small,
Not if muscle ain't her game. If quickness is her game, she don't need to be as big as her. She just need to
that's the
be quicker than her.
advantage. That's the advantage
Oh yeah, Hannah's
that
getting drafted.
Hannah has. That's the advantage.
Yeah, Hannah's
Hannah's not
getting drafted.
Hannah's not a 5'6" Georgia Amore 5'6" or
She
Deja
worked to
Fair
get there.
5'6". Are y'all
Last year
listening?
was 30 like
Says,
Enrique.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
No, listen, listen. It's because of her.
you said she's gonna get there.
So I don't believe in every 5'6", but her 5'6" will translate because of all of her speed and her jumping ability. And I think you asked the other day what was Hannah's wingspan, and I wasn't on the show, and I already had heard it as 6'2", like the way Ravens
So
is, and she's shorter
I
than
think
Raven
I think
by
I think
3
my
inches.
point wasn't so much about Hannah, y'all, as much as it was about for everybody to keep talking about 5'8" don't make it in the WNBA. It do
Oh, who said that?
if
Nobody
you
said
know how to
that.
make it.
Oh,
That
okay.
was my thing for everybody because that's why I was like 5'8" don't make it. Lay too small, Hannah too small. They can't. Enrique's 5'8". The dangerous part, Hannah hasn't given into her WNBA. She ain't grown into her WNBA
Right.
body, and I think
That's
that's
true.
what Jew is saying. When the girth
It's the
when that girth
body.
come on top of that,
Right.
when the
Right.
girth come on top of that, then
Right.
but that don't come to the WNBA, right? That's when you
And
go
it
into
don't
the
need to.
WNBA
She
body.
just a sophomore. She good. And she good now.
So laying Hannah Red Bull video coming soon. What? Let me find out.
So Hannah's got Red Bull and Rike is also sponsored by Red Bull, like Cess stated and when she walked
And
in.
so it's like
And Lay's Red Bull. Oh, they didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Lay dropped her Red Bull video
I
last
can
year
see that.
after
I
she
can see
dropped
that.
the Under
I can
Armour.
see that. I can see that. That's a good
Yeah,
one for
Lay and
them.
Hannah both making it in the dub. But I've been hearing it, over here, so I just had to put that out there because it was. And Hannah lit up too when she seen Enrique. She said, "Oh, are you smarter than I thought?" Hannah stood up. She said, "Oh yeah, you smarter than I thought."
She a little funny little thing. She got a lot of
We was watching Dub
bravado.
college games. Here, come on, hold on. Here you go with the potential. 5'3" potential. I knew you was. I shouldn't even say nothing
I
about
mean,
5'8". I shouldn't
okay,
even
but
say nothing about 5'8", Wody. Here you come
it's a
with 5'3".
it's a different time, but let's admit it. It's your anomaly when you're as big as Shannon, tall as Shannon Bobbitt. We're not. That's just like a Spud Webb or something like that. You might have some breakthrough that are 5'3" and 5'4", because I think we got a 5'4" person now playing. So you're gonna have London Jones is 5'4". I don't know that it's gonna translate it into the league, but there are players playing in college that are like 5'4". Now, can she do a Shannon Bobbitt and slide on into the league? Shannon Bobbitt was fortunate because she slid right on into the team with Sydney and Candace Parker with us with the Sparks. So she was around people that she's played with in college. So that helped a lot. So whoever's saying, I mean, it's a lot of factors, and it all depends on what you got going on in the draft and what you got going on in the dub, and then your own abilities. To me, so no matter what, I mean, you can say, okay, Don's like 5'6", yeah, but that was back in the day. You could do it, even when in my Don's younger than me. I was worried only not about my height at 5'8", because I didn't think the shooting guard. I said, well, I'm probably gonna have to be a point because most of the shooters were taller, 5'10" and above. So I worry. I'm gonna tell you my opinion. If you're fast and short and you can jump, but you're short, but you're fast. You can get in. Look at Ari McDonald. You can make a team, but you're gonna have to have something that stands out, something that is quicker. I think it's more about speed. But I think if you got a slider build, like if the freshman, my opinion, the freshman, Paige Beckers, no, I didn't look at her immediately and felt sophomore. No, I was like, no, she gonna have to put something on those bones. I didn't see that translating. I knew she needed to get a lot stronger. That's it. That's my thing. Is you're gonna get pushed around. You're gonna get shoved around. If you're too skinny. But height, I don't know. I think they've already proven that with Muggsy Bowles and things like that. It's all about you become a liability for someone that can shoot over you because of your height. And can you get a shot off? Can you get a floater off? You better have all of those packages if you're thinking about being offensive minded. But moving the ball around the court, playing defense, no problem. I don't know if you'll be an MVP at that height, but hey, go off. That's my take. That's where height matters. Like, how effective are you gonna be able to be?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it comes down to that. My thing is just for everybody who telling me 5'8" don't make it, Enrique's 5'8". So go from there.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Float on.
I think Amore 5'4" really.
You think she's shorter than that? She can wear Paige's shoes and make her taller.
4'8" don't make it in the WNBA. Boo. I don't know if we seen 4'8". Is it Kennedy Carter 5'8"? How tall is Kennedy? Lane and Hannah are both making it in the dub.
I think about 5'8". Let me see.
Yeah, Donna's 5'6", made it to the dub. Amore says she 5'5", but she a playmaker purely, so she get people buckets. My favorite player is 5'6" and the killer. That's Dawn Staley. Amore can shoot. I'm 5'11" and 3/4, but I'd make the league for many other reasons. Mondo, good morning. Welcome to the chat. What is going on? Ari is super fast and plays great D.
Amore's 5'6".
JuJu, float on. LOL, Mondo 5'11", still not 6 feet, sir. So as for Amore, what stood out to me looking at her shooting splits, she averages like 15 points, but in 9 games, 6 of them, she's at 5 to 8
She hasn't
threes,
been playing well lately.
They
said. They said she hasn't. Her game is
kind of. Well, here's the thing: Amore is not a player that I got going to the league. What you
I got her.
What you like in height, you have other tools in the toolbox. Amore is a shooter that separates her.
Avery Latta.
Amore is a shooter. That's right. She's a shooter.
Avery Latta.
I don't know how much defense does she play.
I don't know. I think she'd be a playmaker like Sue Bird.
If you had to pick between Georgia Amore and Daisha Fair, who would you take?
It all depends on what system they're going to. I don't know why Deja didn't make it in with the Aces and somebody didn't pick her up. Could she not get the plays or something? Like what was that? Like, why did she just completely like? So there's something there that we don't know.
Well, I mean, she didn't work in Las Vegas. She didn't work in Las Vegas, but 11 other systems didn't pick her up. 11 other systems didn't pick her up either.
So what is it? So there's something, a word out there of something. I mean, your defense that bad? Kelsey Plum plays, and everybody says she don't play defense. I see her running around making an effort, doing steals. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get why you guys say that about Kelsey Plum and their defense. It doesn't really stand out like that to me. I gotta look closer because I don't even have a bias or favoritism towards Kelsey Plum, and I always hear that. I think within the system that she's in, it's not what they're look. It stands out a little more. But I see her effort.
Okay, FM, you like Fair and Amore. Coach Rowe said they didn't draft her because of her draft day outfit.
Coach Rowe, okay.
Please let the chat know. Please let the chat know when are you going to be available to answer questions? Because there are questions, sir. about your bracket pick. So let us know when you're available. Is that Monday night? Are you popping back up before then to answer questions about how you got to the answer that you got to? But it's some people that want to talk to you. So let us know.
Am I the
Fair
only?
was
Am I the
cut.
only one?
No. Fair Fair was cut for the popularity of Money Martin. Then the Aces needed offense in the playoffs. Go figure. Why did they need to cut Fair for Money Martin? It was a spot for both of them on the team.
Right.
Yeah, Juju looking for Coach Rowe. Uh, if Lynx doesn't take A more, bet you Becky would take her. And so Becky takes her and then does what? Because everybody was
That's
happy that Becky
right.
took Daisha Fair, and then Becky was like, "Yeah, we'll holler at you, homie."
That was
So
weird.
like it was like, "Oh yeah, we remember." We can go back on the lives. They was like, "Oh no, Becky liked Daisha Fair. She her
Yeah.
height. She do her thing," and then she was like, "Yeah, you know what?
Yeah. And then every time I kept trying to
Daisha Fair played how
watch
many times on the floor, y'all? One time, two times,
three
actually
times
in the
maybe,
game,
and I don't remember anything that happened.
and she was out there. So I don't know. I
Hmm.
don't. Yeah, Juju's looking for
That was
Coach Rowe.
weird. Looking for Coach
Crash
Rowe.
did
Looking
that
for Coach
video.
Rowe.
Um,
Yeah, I want to have a
I got it,
conversation.
Frank.
I
Right,
want to. I want to have
it's on my phone. I gotta check, Frank. I'll try to jump on this
I'll
evening,
try
but
to see
definitely
what.
Monday. Okay. Amore
Okay.
can shoot better than Sid. Okay. Fair only played for 2 minutes. Thank you.
She can shoot better than Sid. Really? Okay.
You said you had something, Jew?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I'd like to be up like to have a conversation with Coach Rowe. I would like to, but it's gonna be all I want to know is the matchup. The matchup. Like, how do you? What's your matchup idea of how you would LSU would get by USC? And then I'm gonna throw in this. By the time March comes, LSU is not even going to be in that position where they are above USC. So you better hope you run into us. That's what I
That's
would
what
say.
you got. That's what you need to be able to address. That's what you need to be able to address, Coach Rowe. That's what you need to be prepared to talk about, sir. Leave Coach
Non
Rowe alone. He's allowed to
contentiously.
pick his
Not
bracket
not not not
the way
not
he
not
want. The
yes,
way he
he
want.
can. Absolutely, non contentiously. Adrian, you know that. You know I told you I love LSU. I just don't. Adrian too. You could come on. You come on when we watch as well. But the team that you're looking at now with us, is not going to be the team in March. And even where we are right now, um, for us to even be in the position that we are, well, y'all was riding at 7 and we were predicted at 3. It's a reason why we were predicted at 3. So I know you guys are LSU fans, and that's fine. I love LSU too, seriously. And I'm just saying, as much, and I'll say, and I'll give LSU. I always stand by them, but for some reason, I just don't think they're going to be where they are right now in February or March. And then I don't think that if we continue in the trajectory that I believe that we're going in, I don't see you guys beating us.
See, and you know what, I agree. I don't think the LSU is going to be where they are right now. I think they're going to be better.
Hmm.
And the reason why I
Oh,
think that they're going to be, and the reason why I think that LSU is going to be better is because they're getting ready to have to go through the SEC, right? And so this is going to
exactly,
be different than any other
exactly,
thing that they went through. And so if they go through the
exactly.
SEC, if they go through the SEC the way that I think they're going to go through the SEC, then they come out better in February
So
and March.
so that means you have, and the only people that are going to challenge, or even this is who I see LSU having a battle with, which is I think Tennessee, I think you guys, I think Ole Miss, I feel Kentucky and Texas and SEC. I gave you probably too many actually. Okay, but I feel like our conference is going to be a battle tested for every night that USC plays teams that we haven't played in the Pac-12. It's going to feel like a tournament because we never faced them except for we played Ohio State before and I think Nebraska. But all the games that we have to play in the Big Ten are going to be new teams that we never faced before. It feels like a tournament type situation. And there's right now 9 of them are in the top 25. Maryland, especially, gonna be tough. Iowa's hella scrappy. You know, I said Maryland, Ohio. Did you guys? For some reason, I have no idea why. Think Ohio State is gonna be in the Final Four. I don't know what you guys are talking about with that. Honestly, I cannot fathom what everyone is seeing. I'm not gonna lie, I do not see it at all. I mean, you could have at least said Maryland or something. I don't know what you're looking at. That's just pure hatred right there. Like maybe because you don't feel like USC is
Hold on. Ain't
dog
nobody even
enough.
hating
I
on
don't know
you.
what it is. I
Ain't
don't
no.
see it.
First of all, I'm not gonna let you. Now you said your piece, but ain't nobody hating. What I like about Ohio is what I like about Ohio, and I told you what that was. I
Oh
like the
my
way
God.
Chance shoot the three.
No, but
I like the way Cody
I hear
play, and I like the way Jelani play. That's
Chance.
not hating. I'm telling you
You
what I
said you didn't
like,
say
and I
Chance.
like
You
their
said Cody
and
and
I like
Jelani.
their,
Now
and
it's
what it
Chance.
is, and what Chance made eight threes. I like the Ohio State
Yeah,
team,
yeah,
and I
yeah, yeah.
told you
But
that.
you just
And the
saw
thing is,
that. You just saw that.
no. Chance. When did
Chance
Chance?
wasn't even in the
Chance?
conversation before.
When did Chance make her eight threes? No. What I told you I like most about Ohio right now was that Jelani was leading them as the rookie. What I like about Ohio State is that they play a style of basketball that I like
Mhm.
more than USC. I'm drawn to
Okay.
Ohio State and how they play ball. I'm not drawn to USC and how they play ball. I'm not hating on
But when I
USC.
talk,
It's
okay,
just
let's
like
just put
Caitlin.
one
I'm just not. I'm not drawn to their style. Do I think they have a good
fact.
team? Sure, I do. But when it's
Yeah,
time to get down and go, here's the thing about Ohio State. When it's time to get down and go to work, I feel like Ohio State got more dogs than USC. That's how I feel.
that's what I just said. And if you would have
That's how
let
I
me
feel. More
finish,
dogs. More
that's
dogs.
all. And
And
that's
chance
all.
and chance and chance is one of those dogs. No, what you said first was it was just pure hatred, and
And
so
then
I wanted to address
I
that because
start. It is.
it's
It
not
is
pure
because,
hatred.
and I
No, it's
said
not. Jew,
because.
Jew, Jew. I have a right to like the style of
All right,
basketball
Sis,
that
you're
I
getting
like
hung up on
without being called a
semantics and it's
hater.
manipulation. I don't
You
like
don't.
it because I
No,
didn't
no,
finish what I was
how?
saying.
But Jew, what you
Because let
started
me.
off with was it was pure
That I
hatred, and
wasn't.
it's not pure
That
hatred.
wasn't.
It's not
It
pure hatred.
wasn't. It wasn't the
But we need
sentence.
to address
That's
the
not
fact.
the
We're going to address
sentence.
the fact.
We
We're going to
are going
address
to
the
address
fact
it if you
first
let me
that it's
freaking
not pure
talk,
hatred.
Seth.
It's not pure hatred. It's not pure hatred.
You're not going to
It
change
does
my
not come.
word,
It does not come from a place of pure hatred. No,
but it
what I'm going to
comes.
do is correct. What I'm going to do is correct.
No,
What I'm
you're
going to do
going
is
to let
stand
me
on business about.
explain
What
what
I'm going to do
hatred
is stand on.
means.
No. What I'm going to do is
No,
stand on
because
business
then you're
about
going to
what I
say I'm
said,
making it
and
up if I don't get to say
It
it.
does not come
It's
from. It does not come from a
it's
place of
not
hatred at
hatred
all.
in the way you're saying. I said
But
hatred
then it's not
because they
hatred.
don't.
Then it's not hatred.
Yes, can I finish,
Then it's not hatred.
please?
It's not hatred. It's not. It's
When
not
I
hatred. And I'm standing on that. It's not hatred.
I'm about to smoke a
It,
cigarette because you tell me when you're
it's not
ready.
hatred. It's not hatred. And I'm standing on that. It's not hatred.
So
Period.
as I was saying, the hatred I was saying was in a fun fact way. It's not in a
It,
personal way. But please stop talking and
it's
please,
not.
I'm not
It's not.
begging you. I'm begging you. The
It ain't
hatred,
hatred.
the sentence I was using was because they're not dog enough. Did anybody kind of hear that amongst the chatter? I meant the dog. I
No,
was
because
saying
what you
that
started with was it comes from a place of hatred. So that's what I
dang, it
heard.
comes from a place that you don't feel that my team has the dog. It
That's
doesn't
not hatred
have,
though.
and
But that's
most dang,
hatred. That's style. I
okay,
don't like their
says
style.
change the word. Change the
Yeah,
word.
please. Please
Can
change
I
the word.
talk? Let's just change
Yeah,
the
change
word.
the word.
I'll
Because
take
it's
the
not hatred.
hatred out.
Thank you.
I'll take you have a
Thank you.
okay, everybody has a preference.
Preference and
Okay?
hatred
How
are two
about
different things. Thank you.
I'll
Yeah,
take that. I'll
I'm not.
take it.
We ain't
I don't
doing
have a
that.
problem with it. I have a
Yeah, we
problem
ain't
with it.
doing
I
that.
don't have a problem with it. It's nothing personal. Can we get out of our feelings and talk in facts right now?
I'm not in
What
my
I was going to
feelings. I'm
say,
talking facts, and the fact is, it ain't hatred.
okay, so preference. People have a
Thank you.
preference for teams that that have a dog in them, and I agree with it. And I feel that like they think that we're, some say soft or finesse. It's always been that. But my thing is, I don't agree that we don't have dog in us. I really don't. And dog meaning tough. That's it. I think we are tough. And as time goes on, you'll see that more tough than you think that is. We use it when we need it. And I think that what's as Kiki's getting more comfortable, I think her play style is going to be tenacious. It's going to
No, I don't need.
they're
I
going
don't
to
need no
play
Richard Martin.
they're going to play with tenacity. They're going to play with um grit. when they need it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand your situation, how you feel about Cody. I don't think Cody is more. I think Cody's been Cody this whole time, and she had that dog in her when we played him the first time,
And what I'm saying
right?
is, Cody coming with
And
different dogs this time, and I don't
so
doubt
it's a
that y'all got
different dog.
dogs, but y'all
Okay,
don't
it's a
have the
different.
same. They different. This is a different dog in them than y'all. That's my opinion. I'm standing on that.
Cool,
What's
and
up,
I
Jeffrey?
respect that. But I feel like fact over
No, I
feelings.
don't need. I don't need. I don't need to. I don't need
Why
no
do we
wrenches
need
in
a
this car.
wrench? What happened? What did somebody say?
I don't. I don't know what people are saying, but I'm saying I don't. I don't need a wrench. I'm
Yeah,
from
it's
LA,
all
but Miss
good.
Juju is a what?
Read it.
I'm from LA, but Mrs. Juju is an insecure Southern Cal fan. LSU guards would destroy Southern Cal. She's not an insecure Southern
No,
Cal fan at
no, they
all.
can say how
But
they can they no, no, no. Let me talk for
uh,
myself. Here, and I
yeah,
appreciate you stepping in.
insecure though. She stand
Insecure,
on you stand on business every day though, bro. Insecure is
insecure,
not the right word, bro.
insecure because you okay, let me choose my words wisely. When you all stand on your team, Seth stands on, and most of the Gamecock fans stand on theirs. They say the same thing about you. I got people that watch y'all. They can't stand how you go in hard, and that means they're insecure. That doesn't mean that you guys are insecure. I'm not insecure. What the fuck I need to be insecure about? Now you're pissing me off because if you challenge me and you come with some facts, like somebody said, let me have a conversation. You said LSU guards are better than USC guards. Oh shoot, my battery. Hold on, said don't jump in. I'm gonna just plug it up. What LSU guards? You talking about Michaela? You talking about Flage? You talking about um? You talking about Gilbert? Is what you talking about, right? And even if you do say, and even if you do feel Flage, Michaela, just now shut up is better. Where in their national rankings are they better than Juju? So it's like, okay, there's just Juju. I got Juju. I got Kate. I got Malia. I'm gonna stand on Malia Samuels. I'm gonna stand on Heckle. I'm gonna stand collectively by committee when I get my Kennedy back, and when I get when I and Avery Howe, because because our goal is to get Avery the Gatorade. I got 2 Gatorade National Players of the Year on this team. 3 actually, if you count Juju. And Avery's 3 is gonna fall. Kennedy's a big wing who's, if you don't know what a wing is, it's a guard and it's a forward. Not a small forward, because a small forward I see more in the post. And I got two point guards. But most of all, yeah, I stand on Jew I trust. But I don't even need you to go off for 30 like she did on Ohio State in her first game. I don't even need her to do that because I have so much more with Rhea stepping up and with Kiki playing the way you do. You don't believe in Kiki, but you will. And when Kennedy gets back, come on, come on, LSU, come on. Because for the fact that you sitting up here barely winning against Murray State, barely winning against Washington State, barely winning against Stanford, you have the nerve to sit up here. You should at least say right now. Now, Seth made a point, Drew. They're going to look better at the end, supposedly, right? I think so. And we are too. So I wouldn't have jumped into this other than I love Adrian and all of them because they come in my life, and I'm with you on LSU, but the teams that y'all have been playing and barely getting by, and I love the games that I've been seeing, but Tennessee gonna be on your motherfucking ass when they press you. They're gonna press the fuck out of you. And they're gonna catch some people with that press because I believe in the press. So insecure, look it up. Wrong word. I said my piece. Read the comments, sis. Let's go. Let's go, sis. Because I'll keep talking. That was the wrong word. Just like Seth want me to take out hatred, and I didn't even mean it. I didn't even know what hating was like that big of a word. And so I'll say preference. But if I did, I was talking about. I know. I'm gonna say it, us as black players, us as tenacious, strong black women. I like to see tough. I like to see dogs when they play, but not everybody. Not everybody likes to see like when the Lakers played Detroit or the Lakers played Boston. They was beating up. They was beating up on Magic and them because they thought we were soft in LA. Well, our Lakers were soft, and at times that physical play did take a toll on us, and then we figured out a way around that. And you know the story. You know the end story. But what I'm saying is, don't get it twisted with these players. Don't get us twisted. Don't think we don't have that. And I don't think you would have won if we had Kennedy. Notre Dame would have won. I think it would have went way closer to the wire. And if she was smart enough and could have done the press the way that I felt that they should have, that would have wore them down. And it's just like if the advantage that UConn has on Notre Dame starts. The only advantage they have, I would say, is the point in the shooting guard, which is kind of messed up because uh, um, Page is a shooting guard, but Page having those slumpy games. Let's just call it what it is because a player of her caliber scoring under 20 like a few like Jelani has done. Ju has not dropped under 20. And Ju and Kiki are always side by side in their scoring. They're the first they're the first uh Trojans since Tammy Story and Lisa Leslie, which is in the 90s, to have 30 ball games simultaneously. One had 34 and one had 30. Don't sleep on them. We have more of a front court than you do at LSU. And that's your weakness. That's your weakness. And I don't even need Juju to do Juju things. But in March, if she goes off the way she was latter season when Colorado beat you in your first home game opener when you were number one and dropped you LSU where it went to, and then we come and we play Colorado, they got us one and we killed them the next and she had 42, you're going to start seeing balls like that falling for her. And when they start falling and Kiki Rhea is doing more things than she's ever been doing, and my freshmen become almost sophomores, and because I feel like when you get into conference, I don't want to hear nothing about freshmen. That's why we're playing what we're playing and how we're playing them. They are not going to look the same. We got you in the front court. And tonight's matchup, they, except for the, I say point guard and the guard, UConn has everything covered, including the coach being better. But the difference is Notre Dame is playing at home. And if Page has a real slumpy game and Strong doesn't have a game, and they have an answer for that, and they have an answer for that, this could be a really good game. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine the doors opening and UConn trailing by 12 or 10 points going into the half, and more than that going into the stretch. So they're ranked where they're ranked for a reason. However, I don't feel that UConn has been challenged enough. So I think this will be a good opportunity for UConn to be challenged. So I'm missing all your stuff in the chat. I wish Cess could come back and read it. Y'all, Cess.
Yeah. What Del Rosario gonna do to the Trojans? Absolutely nothing. Uh, yeah, the Remy, the Remy
We missed
thing.
all that stuff you guys were saying. Damn.
Rigo to the Wayne. I can't troll you. Shields asked me why she crashing out. She got two boyfriends. It was really weird, wasn't it? She dropping 40. You talking about Del Rosario dropping 40? Uh,
Who? No, who Boo got? Who dropping? What we talking about? Boo
they talking
who?
about a lot of different stuff in the chat. She
Boo
dropping
who
40.
you?
Who's
Who
dropping
dropping
40?
40?
You
You
mean
mean
oh
oh 04?
who dropping? Who?
You think you? I know they ain't talking about this. He's not really looking at the chat and then responding because you cannot think that though. She don't even have a. You're not talking about that. Sorry, I don't want to pick on her, but she don't have a motor like that. I missed
Who
everything you guys were saying
Shantae, you
above.
said
I wish you would have read that because
you
I
said
saw my
you said
name
40.
constantly.
What did you see something about your name? Go ahead and comment back. I wasn't
I
just right
couldn't.
here for the whole thing. So
It was
did
way
you see
higher, guys. Stay with me,
what's
Seth. Stay with me.
what's wrong? What's wrong with Del Rosario? Yeah. Uh,
I don't believe in LSU, so let's talk about it. That's what I'm saying, Sante. What are you
so
standing on, you
is
guys,
there a LSU
right now, today?
fan? Is there a LSU fan that wants to come up and defend LSU right now? I dropped the link. Is there a
Yeah.
LSU
Let
fan
me get my mom
that
her
wants to
coffee.
come
I'll
up?
be right back.
Is
Yeah, and
there an
then we can
LSU fan
talk.
that want to come up and defend
Talk fair.
that and speak to what Juju talking about? Let me know. Because I think she's talking about LSU and USC. So is there an LSU fan that want to come up and talk? Let me know. Shantae Beasy said LSU guards going to destroy the Trojans. That's where the discussion started. Beating the HBCUs by 50 means nothing to me. Where's Adrian? Yeah, is there an LSU fan that want to come up and uh, address this topic, or shall we wait to have Coach Rowe address it? Yeah, that was wow. So Clarissa was at the fight with Papoose. Okay. Uh, and Shantae, I mean, somebody got to play Grambling or Southern. Yeah, LSU fans, we looking. Or I mean, if it has to be if it got to be Coach Rowe, that's fine. People may be at work. They don't get they they don't get their checks. Uh, Shantae, Dion pointed out very politely that them HBCU checks be light compared to them other checks. Now I don't think Coach Rowe is the only LSU fan. Not an LSU fan, and they shouldn't be number 4 with the schedule they've had. I don't do it. Number one, they're not ranked number 4 in the net rankings. So that when they take the, I know you're an LSU fan. Do you want to come up? Do you? I mean, do you want the link? I'm an LSU fan, but I'm a fan of many teams. Hey, okay, well, they still get some form of a check. Yeah, some form of a check. They ain't getting that same check. First of Brat and Teddy 80. Where they at? It may have to be Coach Rowe. It may have to be Coach Rowe. Where is there an LSU fan that wants to come up and speak back to what Juju was talking about?
Oh, all right. Did we get any takers that want to stand on facts over feelings?
Political, I'm not
Seth?
believing in Moki playing lightweight teams to stack their record. Run those likes up on both JuJu and Cess chat.
Thank you.
Now I'm at work. I'm not arguing about it. That's her team. That's she's supposed to feel that way. I still stand behind my team.
No, stand behind.
I'm at
No,
work.
listen,
I'm at work,
Adrian.
so I can't.
I
I don't know
totally
what the
agree, but
discussion is,
I
so I
think what
can't
made
speak.
me upset is
No,
someone
no one caring.
feels
No one coming up. We wait for Coach Rowe.
no one coming up. My thing is when I say it, it is not like I'm putting your team down. Now, people I know, I read it every day how they feel about LSU. Blase has even said it. I'm not even trying to pick on your schedule because your schedule obviously has worked in the past, but it also has prepared you to I mean, you've shown that you've been challenged with lower level inferior teams. So my thing is stand on your stand with your team, but when you say that as if we just don't have a chance, give me some facts over feelings. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can say we won a championship playing. That's exactly. I said that, Adrian. Did you hear me say that, or you typed that after? Everybody heard me say that. I said it and defended y'all when me and Cess was uh I wouldn't say
It looked like you see
arguing
the
at all.
chat now.
I wasn't even saying. I always said that about you guys that you can win. It might have been an anomaly, but you had an Angel Reese too. So like Big Four, but not the rest of the team. Ashley Knuckles, what are we fucking LSU FN FN? I don't know what FN means. I'm sorry, political FSU about the pick on our league, so that there's that. I'm not saying they're overrated. I'm not saying that. I exactly. I feel like I don't know why they're above us. Except for the fact that you played two more games than we have and you're undefeated. But look, let us play the teams that you played. I'd be undefeated too. I hate every program, not SC. Yes, I'm a hater. Exactly. Stand on business. You're a hater. So I'm sitting up there trying to say, like, just the way the rankings are, we're right next to each other. And I think the only advantage that they have to have possibly seen was the uh the fact that you're undefeated. But that's saying that we're closely tied. So to feel like, oh yeah, we're just gonna by March beat you guys. I don't see why. What changes? And I dare not think that it would be some kind of beatdown. I mean, I saw what you did to UCLA, but mind you, we beat UCLA 3 times last, and we're talking about last year. I'm not saying this year, but last year. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. They can be overrated, whatever you want to call them. It doesn't matter. No, Adrian, I don't think you're understanding. Shantae Michelle said that she's not calling them overrated. If I'm wrong, correct me. It doesn't matter. That's my team when we exactly. So when I'm defending, I know, Adrian, not me, but I was just telling you. Shantae said didn't say that. She said that she doesn't feel. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead, Shantae. Adrian, I'm speaking for me. I don't think they're overrated. I just stated I don't believe in them yet. I even say that about my team. You know what I'm saying? I even say that about my team on business. I like if you talk to me in December, you talk to me in January, talk to me in February, you talk to me in March. I feel different ways about them based on the maturation, based on their evolution, based on what they look like now, where they are now, and that's how I answer it. Or I potentially answer it where I see them um as I'm watching them now. I'm looking at things that they're um doing to get better in pieces. Sis always asks me, what do you see different? I see things different, but it's hard for me to put it into words. But um I see things. I see what the team is wants to do and what we're trying to do. And right now we have a lot of freshmen to the point where I really didn't feel that I'm always going to want to make a deep run because you can have a Cinderella season. You can have a fast maturation. It all depends on the chemistry. They don't have time to gel. You know what I'm saying? They haven't had time to gel and get to know. It's a new system for TiVo. It's a new system for Kiki. Only 2 starters we have, but to still be ranked 3, sports writers who journalists, they know what the potential. Jew wasn't even clicking on all senators. I wonder which teams everyone agrees are legitimate. What I missed, even South Carolina, I wasn't saying South Carolina was going to be who they were or what they potentially can be at the end of the season, but I was like, what I was looking at, I didn't think they at that moment were ready. What I saw the other day, and I got to see another game and another game, and I'll say like, oh my God, they're gelling, they're coming together. They are, you know, that that team. And that it didn't mean that I was like, you know, scratch the season. It's a bump season, but at the moment, no, I did not think they could be UCLA because I had been watching UCLA. Now they can peak out, they can peak early and then do what they always do and fall off. And we're not going to have this conversation about UCLA, but I just haven't seen it yet because I had to go through and look at the schedule and think about what they had on their bench. And I was like, they're not going to fall off. Jeffrey Bill, UNC have to wait on that one. Jeffrey Bill, you have to wait on Bruin. You're not helping. Helping what? Man, it was fun. Political on paper. Both teams look good, but the eye test for me has been rocky. Exactly. And I told you why it's been rocky. Why are you going down to the wire or having to crawl back into the lead or keep these teams that aren't ranked? Not to say that, now listen, I've even said there's some teams that are on. I'm talking about MJ. Where you at? Oh, he doesn't know what we're talking about. We got into a debate because I had, now I know some of the people from LSU, but I saw some new people in here for LSU and the LSU because I said I want to talk to Coach Rowe to see what his facts are to say that on the bracketology, when potentially LSU faces my team, what will make you think that they are going to beat USC? And I think I think you look at them and you go like, they're just more. We got more dogs, or they're just more. Shoot, I believe it. I'm scared of Gilbert. At times, I'm scared of Michaela. You know what I'm saying? But I just and as time approaches in March, if I back off and I say, you know what, I don't see it, I'll believe you. I'll say it too. I'm gonna say it at that time. But
So as a reminder, Coach Coleman's Final Four was Ohio State, UCLA, SC, Notre Dame. JuJu's Final Four were UConn, UCLA, South Carolina, USC. For those of y'all who haven't seen Coach Rowe's brackets yet, his brackets were Ohio State, UCLA, South Carolina, LSU. So I think the only difference between what Coach Coleman saw in the brackets and what uh, Coach Rowe saw in the brackets is that it looked like Ohio State, UCLA, South Carolina,
you got that,
LSU.
Ashley.
It was
We'll
the
see.
Notre Dame. It was just LSU and Notre Dame that was
I
different
mean,
between those two.
and then you just left
So
Notre Dame out of the conversation on those picks,
no,
and
Coach Coleman,
I gotta
on,
respect their picks. I get it,
on Coach
but I'm
Coleman's
like,
pick, on Coach Coleman's picks, he had Notre Dame in the Final Four.
okay,
On Coach Rowe's picks, he had LSU in the Final Four.
but you know where, and
They had
since
the exact same
okay,
teams except
okay,
those
but
two.
since you're here, so I can speak to you, and I says I just and I respect your mind. It has nothing to do with your basketball mind and what you've seen and what you know. I do not see. I mean, I'll be the first to come up here and say, y'all, man, I do it all the time. But Ohio State, I do not see that
Oh,
ever
oh,
where you have
that's
them.
oh, okay.
Okay, put LSU
No
last in the
problem. Like I don't
rankings
have
and
no I
elevation
don't have no
happens.
problem with
This
you
is
not
better
I
than
don't have no problem
the team.
with you
What?
not seeing Ohio State.
So you
That's fine.
so
You don't see Ohio State.
I
No
want to hear
problem.
political Lil. What she
Yo,
think? Political Lil.
you gave your picks.
I
Everybody
love
gave
Jada
their
Williams.
picks, and Coach Rowe will address his picks on Monday if he does not
How
make
do
it
you
up here
feel about
this evening.
Jada Williams changed her mind 2 years ago when JuJu Watkins signed? No, sweetheart. Mark, Mark Turner. Hi, I'm JuJu. Um, she changed her mind about UCLA, sir. Remember, JuJu Jada always wanted to go to UCLA. So she changed her mind against UCLA. Not has anything to do with JuJu. JuJu and Jada are friends. They have. I love their high school battles. She loves it. Talks about it all the time. So I'm not sure what you mean by that. But I hear you, Cess. I wanted to hear political little's opinion. So political little, you think that LSU can get us? And by that time, Jada was like, you said nothing to do with nothing to do with JuJu. Thank you, man. I don't even know where that came from. There's no. They don't got no beef.
Root for
Ohio
your
State,
team and talk about the
well,
positive play for your team, but don't
Ohio
brag to
State,
me
I'm
about
sure.
beating Sesame Street teams. Sesame
Ohio
Street
State,
teams. Mark
huh?
Turner said, "Oh, okay,
I would
okay."
say. So
Hey, Ashley,
I
don't assume you breaking any heart or mind or other people who support a program. You or no other person in this chat are God. You don't know what's going. Nobody knows what's going to happen in
we
March. This is why
don't.
we watch.
Thank you, political
This
Lil.
is why we
Thank
watch.
you. That's why we
But at the
watch.
same time,
But we can look
just
at
because
stuff.
just because you don't see what I see, don't make it less mean any less to anybody about their
My
team.
No,
So
it doesn't. But what it does
so
is what I want to talk is facts over feelings. I want to know, and tenaciousness, grittiness.
So LSU's fact to you was they won the national championship with that schedule. That was their fact to you. That
That's
was what
not
they said.
okay. But this is not the same team. But my point is, it doesn't matter. I'm not
And so
even
and
talking.
so and that's
Oh,
and so when I
hold
say
up.
to
No,
you,
no. Let me
so
get
when
my
I
mouth
say to
out
you,
right. Let me get
Ohio
my mouth.
State, when I say Ohio State is not the same team as they were last year, why does last year's Ohio State team count when I say they're not this
Okay,
year?
I'm gonna get to that.
But it's yeah. How
You
is it
said two
different?
things. Let me say two things. One thing, I never question their schedule because I'm the one on this show that said they won with their schedule. I'm saying that if you gonna people call it cupcake. I don't even talk like that. They say it's a cupcake. So what I'm saying, if you got a cupcake schedule, you gotta dominate. You got to dominate, and you're not dominating the so-called cupcake schedule. So therefore, it's not cupcake. She's just Smokey's in the same boat that I am with new players, young players, new players to each other, trying to get them to gel with the chemistry and things like that. Other people feel like that, but I didn't say that. I just said that okay, if it definitely is a lighter schedule. You barely played any ranked team. Let's face it. Okay, that's a fact. Secondly, you played unranked teams and you went to the wire with some very exciting games. But why are you going to the wire like that? For the reasons that I said, that you're still coming together. She's still figuring out her substitutions and her starters. And she's still, I get all that with Moki. I've watched her for years now. You play who is on the schedule and beat you're supposed to beat. Exactly, see smoke, but come on, when you're not playing anybody, you're playing people that you should be better than according to what you guys are saying, right? And as far as Ohio State is concerned, okay, you got the chance, you got Cody, and you got Jelani, a new freshman, right? When the lights get bright and the lights get big, this is where my freshmen and your freshmen and anybody's freshmen are going to have to show up differently. Okay, have to show up completely differently, and we don't yet know psychologically, mentally, how that will look. But the second thing I'll say is what in those three players, and it's going to be sad because when we play them and if we lose to them, I'm going to be like, you got this All-American, you got this national player, a freshman, you got this national power forward. You got this Gatorade national player there. You got this one over here from Idaho, the same thing. You got Kelly Heckle, who is I mean, same thing, McDonald's on America, USA. You got Ray Marshall, rim protector, shot blocker, probably number one in the Big Ten. You got Ju being number one in the Big Ten in a couple of categories. You're probably going to have Kiki being number one in category. That is just going to be a hard defeat in the regular season if we at all lose to them. And the only person that I noticed that's different that you've added are the Cambridge, and I don't know who Chance is. You lost Celeste Taylor and you lost JC Sheldon, and we easily handled it. But that's a different team. But if I look at the one player who stood out when we did play him, they had no answer for. So that's it. No one knows what to come composition of these teams will come in March. Every single team plays cake teams. Only SC and UConn play multiple top ranked teams, and Maryland will play 4 ranked teams. I think we were playing 3 ranked teams. Political ill, and if 4 is the magic number, so be it. But according to uh, maybe Ohio, I think Maryland is a ranked team. So when we start getting going, you're going to all those so-called ranked teams. I told you we have 9 in the top 10, in the top 25. We got several in the top. We have several in the top 10 that we're gonna probably play by that time. Will be in the top 10. So our schedule, our strength is fine. So that's it. So I don't even know if these brackets will look the same. Michigan Wolverines and Sleeper Preach. So you feel me?
Andre, Michigan Wolverines, the sleeper. Well, y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first. Well, if that is the case, why are all these people telling us the SC is gonna lose to everyone? UCLA, don't. Shh. We're not talking about the
Wait,
Gamecocks.
MJ, you talking about you my team? I'm every time USC comes up, my team comes up, it's they're gonna lose, because I just don't like the start that we had. And I get it. I agree with Juju about LSU and their schedule. I'm not saying that I couldn't read it fast enough. Damn it. I want to hear what you had to say. I
We're
wanted to
not
hear
talking Gamecocks.
copy that SSC, the one is defending champions. How are we gonna lose to everybody? No, no, I don't know about losing to everybody. We're gonna lose to everybody.
We're
Okay,
not talking
Andre.
about the Gamecocks,
Oh,
bro.
okay. So you're talking about me.
Gamecocks.
So if you're
Gamecocks. This
talking
ain't
about,
our.
we already said
This ain't
say
ours.
at USC, because I know you can call them SC. I don't even care what you call them, but I'm trying to for the chat's sake so I can keep up. Please give me my name. You want to just call us Trojan? I don't care. Say that. A lot of teams had a rough start. Yeah, a lot of teams did. Everybody. It's real competitive.
George, you will what? LSU fan. What you will what, George? Yeah,
I
Mondo.
wanted to
Shh.
read what you said to
Pay no
me.
attention to those Gamecocks in the corner.
SoCal. Oh, SoCal. Okay, call me SoCal. Why is everybody saying that? I don't know. I guess because they want. I mean, they put this unrealistic expectation on Juju to have to come out and hit what she did last year. But we needed to do that. But what's better? It's not that she needs to do that now. We don't want her to have to do that. We need um our guards to find the right guards that can facilitate this team. Everybody's working on something. If you think your team that has nothing to work on, then I mean, I don't know the word I want to use, but that's unrealistic. George, what do you think of your team? USC is USC, SC is defending champs. That's simple enough. That's what we said from the get-go, and nobody want to follow that. MJ, a loss isn't a tough start. This dream world where everyone's damn, that went fast. I think June needs 30 per until the team proves otherwise. Why? We're winning. We only lost one game, Mondo. It's cool. It's really unrealistic though. People are putting her on a Jordan and same thing. I mean, stop. And they're just not, they're talking metaphorically. They're not saying that you know what I'm saying? And that's why her show is on the rise. She's on the rise. She is the net. And in my opinion, she's already the top player. For the record, LSU is not the team they were in the last 2 years. They don't have a competitive inside game. Right. They're talented enough. And it went too fast for the cooler. That's what I'm saying. If you're being mentioned with Jordan and fan base, then maybe it's not unrealistic. Man, we're talking about metaphorically. She was not compared. That was only one take on that. She's more like Carmelo and Paul George and all these other things, but we don't even like to compare her to. I've seen a clip. I got side by side. If you go to my page of the same pull-ups and the same body language, the same step backs, the same floaters that Kobe does. Same exact spots because she's trained by Phil Handy. SC is USC, the other team is SoCal. SC is USC, the other team is SoCal. Whatever, FM, who cares? We're not even on that. Whatever. SC, Lady of Troy, Women of Troy, Lady Trojans, whatever you want to call it. I could care less. I'm just trying to make it something easier for you to type. I mean, for the Trojans to be top ranked team, they don't win those games without Juju going off. Um, Kiki had a bad game against Notre Dame. And that's the only reason. That's the only game that she's had. She's been double since then. She didn't play up to her potential. And Ju had her 24 and she had whatever she had. And Ju has never dropped under 20. I don't think Kiki's ever dropped under 20. So, like somebody said earlier, it's a wait and see thing. MJ Lebrat, and for you guys who are saying that all we have is Juju, you're definitely not a fan. You're definitely not watching USC. You're definitely not. Do you think Trojans will turn the Pac-12? No. Hard to beat SEC teams and in the tournament with a good big. Sante, she had several post players come in from the portal. She wasn't able to get them to come to. Okay, able to get them to LSU. Richard Willie, I agree. I'm gonna need to watch the Trojans. Yeah, you are, because until you watch and have go back and watch the maturation, don't be in the conversation, please, because you're not watching. UConn is going to beat Juju. It ain't. It's not just Juju. Is you? You barely beat us last year. Several. Ooh, and when you do, and when we do play them, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Cats are predicting wins 2 to 3 weeks in advance, which is cool, but you shouldn't be getting all bent out of shape about it. You know what I got bent out of shape? When you personally attack me and call me insecure about something. Just like Seth get bent out of shape if I said I used a word that she didn't like. Hate, I said something about hating, and I was referring to because I'll say it. If I feel like I hate a team that doesn't play with a tenacity or hate that or they don't have dogs on them, I guess the word should have been preferred. What y'all think about Coach Staley saying it's hard to find good teams to schedule because they don't want to? I don't know. They play enough good teams. I don't even know what she said that for. I mean, saying enough good teams out there. She got everyone that she needed to play. Juju is just standing on business, and I can respect that. I appreciate that, FM. Are there plans for Destiny Littleton's
Nah,
statue?
let me address what Coach Staley said. Coach Staley
You're
texted
being
that out
funny.
because
You're being
Coach Staley
funny.
texted that out because we didn't have a full schedule.
At the
So she
time,
said like she put out a text and said who else wanted to play us. So apparently who she reached out to didn't all respond back in a manner that allowed her to put together the schedule that she wanted to put together. So yeah, I feel I respect that. Like she said, it's school
thank you,
deducted.
Rasheen.
It's
I
school
think I was
deducted.
on point because if you're gonna have a basketball conversation, um, let's talk matchups. Like, how do you match up? How do you see yourself? Even if we go matchup to matchup, once they get on the court and they play, we're talking about their potential. We're talking about where they are with their stats, what they're averaging, what they tend to do most of the time. But sometimes you can come in, that player that you are rooting for isn't having the game that they should be having, and you're
I,
hoping that someone else will step up. And if they don't, then everything that you match up. You're like, during the game, whatever's out on the floor, you got to match up to that. Or they might throw out a certain defense that they've never seen before. Or we might notice that you don't have you're not shooting the three ball as well. So we're going to go into a zone. You don't know what's going to really happen that day. But then some teams you can look at and you can just pretty much say, nah, they got this better bigs here. They got better guards. And that's what Ellis was saying. They were going on the strength of the guards and forgot about, well, what's your backcourt gonna do then? What's your front court gonna do then? That's all I'm saying. Sante, back in the summer, they reached out to the bigs that were available in the portal. She only got the 6'5" from Arkansas. They tried to get the big that went to Oklahoma Bears and the forward at SC. They tried to get Kiki. Yeah, Juju played trash teams. Pharaoh. Oh, so Notre Dame is trash Pharaoh? UConn is trash Pharaoh? UCLA is trash Pharaoh? According to this chat, Ohio State is trash Pharaoh? Come back to me when you know what you're talking about. Well, I feel top. I'm sorry if that's a friend or your, one of your members or anything, but talk to Pharaoh. Talk to me. Talk to me. They play trash teams. You really believe that? Man, You
Well,
just
I
didn't
feel
like.
top
You just
25 teams should not duck each other pre-conference. You should match up against anyone from 3 to 6 plus top 25 teams, in my opinion. Why hide from the good teams
oh, ain't nobody
and
hiding,
beat
bro.
regular seasons
Yo,
in
ain't nobody
March?
hiding. Ain't nobody hiding.
Barrel roots for
Our
UConn.
listen,
That's how LSU beat Iowa. They thought we couldn't shoot the three, so they packed the
right,
paint and we shot
right,
lights out for three. You can
right.
game plan. Doesn't mean it's gonna work 100% of the
You got to
time.
make an adjustment in the game, Adrian, and I agree with you. I was saying that's what you do. You look on the court and then you match up. But you, Don said it herself. We game plan for bets. Stop contain bets that other things well, and these other players that I would have not, and I agree with her. I would have never thought London, because London is streaky. I watch London all the time, could hurt you like that. So it's like you could scheme for this, but you can make in game, you know, whatever adjustments. So so as far as you guys, so what you guys didn't like is that we had to play Cal Poly. We had to play both Cal Polys. I mean, CSUN. We played Cal Baptist. You see that glaringly. It stands out to you for some reason. It bothers you, but you don't see that with other teams that who they've scheduled the same way. Everybody has done that, or Elon. But our purpose is because I would have done it too, with her having a brand new team. With a brand new team, you just want to get at Juju so bad. Wait your turn. You'll have it. All of you guys will have a chance. You will play her before her career is up. If you just want to see the eye test and you want to go up against Juju, I promise you, you probably will. But the way she scheduled it, based on the breakup, based on the Big Ten, and based on the bracketology, based on what Seth went over with me, she has to face all of them again. So I think it was very intelligent of her to schedule the way she did. Very intelligent the way she did, because she got a chance to see Notre Dame. She got a chance to see UConn. And the way that the brackets are opening up, it's like she has to gonna have to go through them again. So I think that was a smart move. And so I feel that that was a purpose and a reason the way she did it. But the new now after this year, I won't have any excuses, because I feel like, okay, they'll have a year under their belt, and we already played the number one team in the nation. We already played them enough. They're in our conference. We played them 3 times last year. What more do you guys want us to do other than to play South Carolina? So I think before it's all said and done, there you'll see Juju against South Carolina. If that's what it is that you just really want to see how that looks. I want to see it too. Let's see how it looks.
I don't
You'll
even know how
see
South
it.
Carolina got. I don't even know how South Carolina got in the
Because they
conversation.
are in the conversation, because it's always about us
Don't worry about
ducking
the.
them.
Don't worry about
It's
the
always
Gamecocks
about
in
worried
the
about
corner.
Juju. I always put her name no matter what. You
We
at
didn't.
least in
Nobody
face
said
the top
anything about Juju.
25.
All they said
Look,
was,
top
"How do you feel
25.
about her saying
What do you have in the
people
past?
duck the schedule?" Uh, Hit
I don't
dogs holler. All
I
we
have a
said
problem.
was, the
I'm
question was, "How
hollering.
do you
I
feel
am
about?"
hollering.
But why? Nobody called your name.
Because
The question
I'm
was
looking at MJ.
the
Top
question
25
was
team.
the
You're not worried
question,
about
but the
Juju?
question
Good.
didn't even come from the question
Thank
didn't
you.
even come from MJ though. The original question wasn't MJ.
What's the original question that
The
says?
question was, how do you feel about Dawn saying that people duck the smoke? That wasn't MJ's question.
I think you answered it perfectly. Because
Yeah.
when she
So
said
and
it,
that was all we
at the
said.
time the
We didn't
schedule hadn't been done yet.
we didn't call
But I
nobody's
know
name or nothing.
in
We
previous
we didn't
conversations,
call
I'll pick
nobody
up from
names.
there. I'll pick up from there. Like we want to, and I want to see a SC. I think it'll be nostalgic. I think it'll be kind of cool. It's not like we never played them each other before. So over the years, we played you. So I feel like it'll be cool in this modern time to, to have both teams play each other. Once the
We
USC
shall
goes
see.
to Big Ten, we'll know who they
We
are. I
shall
agree,
see.
boo. I agree, boo. I agree.
We shall see. This is what we
But
watch. So I gotta get
but
ready
here,
to get on. I gotta get ready
I
to get
got.
on out of here, y'all. I
Okay, let
gotta
me
get
say
ready to get
one
on
more
out of here.
thing. Let me say one more thing.
This was already went longer than I thought, and I'm late for a meeting. So I appreciate the conversation. Juju, go ahead with what you got, but I gotta get ready to get out of here.
I'm gonna say one more thing. The fact that every the and I know what it is. It's all because of Juju, because you think, because of
Uh
what she's her being
uh
where she is and what she is. You want to play every time. It's like, what about South Carolina? Why are you worried about us when we're number 6? That's it.
okay. All right. And if anybody is worried about them, let us know.
They played one of
Until
the
next
toughest
time, y'all know what
teams
it
in the
is.
in the league.
Stay
Hey,
tuned.
thank
Talk
you,
soon.
Mark Turner.
We